Hey guys, what's up? It's David here from CLE Fan 7 Autos with kind of a different video tonight. I saw people were posting this on YouTube and I thought it'd be a pretty cool thing to do. I don't know if it's a video response for anybody or anything, but I just figured it'd be pretty cool to make one myself. Um, I've saw that people have been making videos stating their highs and lows as a sports fan. So basically, I think what it means is like the highest points would obviously be your happiest moments, and then your low points would be your like saddest moments, I guess. So yeah, well, I'll just get into it right now. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. I don't think it'll be too long of a video, but yeah. So I'll start off with the high points. I would definitely say my highest point as a sports fan that I can remember would probably be um anywhere from like spring of 2009 until July 7th, 2010, and or actually the night of July 8th, 2010, and I'll explain why later. You'll figure out. Some of you might already know when I say July 8th, 2010, but that would definitely have to be when the Cavs, I would say, were at their peak with LeBron and everything, and that I was in fourth and fifth grade, like those years, and I mean we were just awesome. I mean, I remember coming home every night from basketball practice, watching LeBron and the Cavs just pretty much hammer anybody they played, unless it was like Boston or Orlando or the Lakers or whatever. But I mean, I just think that that was just an amazing time in my life, just for various reasons, things in my like personal life and my school and everything. That was just probably the best time in my life, I would say. Not just because of the Cavs, but I mean mostly because of that. But everything else that was happening in my life then was just it was just the best time, I would say. And then I would have to say the other high point in my sports fan being a sports fan would be back in '07. Two now that I think about it, two things in '07. First would be I didn't even think about this when I was talking about the Cavs, but that was the year the Cavs made their only finals appearance with LeBron. Um, yeah, I mean I really don't remember that as much. I mean, I'm old enough that I can remember it pretty vividly, but I mean, not as clear as like back a couple years ago. But yeah, that was definitely a high point. I really enjoyed that, even though we got swept by the Spurs in 4 games. That was pretty special to me. And the thing I was mainly gonna talk about for '07 was when the Indians were in the playoffs that year. We were actually 1 game away from the World Series that year. We were up 3 games to 1 against the Red Sox, and unfortunately, the Red Sox came back and beat us. I mean, we were really good that year. I still remember our record. We were 96-66, I think. That's when we had this guy on our team, pitcher for the Yankees now. Nick Stern 12618. I know you're a big fan of this guy. CC Sabathia, and as you can see down here, it says Cy Sabathia. That was the year he won the Cy Young. So yeah, that was definitely a great time in my life too. '07, and then my lowest moment as a sports fan would happen to be July 8th, 2010. I think at like 9:27 p.m. or something like that. I think I still remember the time. But that is when LeBron James infamously came on TV and said that he was going to go to Miami. And I just think that was just really terrible. I mean, me as a sports fan, that was, like I said, the lowest moment ever. Um, I definitely think that's probably Cleveland, the city of Cleveland's second lowest sports moment, other than when the Browns left in '95 to go to Baltimore and be the Ravens now, and they've won 2 Super Bowls. I mean, obviously, I'm not old enough to remember that. I wasn't even born then. I was born in 1998, so it really didn't affect me. But thank God the Browns are back. Oh, well, not really back, and that kind of brings me into my next one. Another low point will basically be the Browns up until the 2011 season, I would say. And I know we still suck at everything. We're not that good, but really, up until then, there was just nothing to hope for whatsoever. I mean, we were just terrible. We've been terrible, just like ever since, or not ever since then, but before that. Like I finally can actually feel it and I can believe it. Some of you might think I'm crazy, but being in Cleveland and being like a legitimate fan of the Browns, I can see like that we're improving, and I just think we're on the upswing. Um, like these, like Ryan's a big Steelers fan, and I can give him that because his dad's from Pittsburgh, but like he can't see it at all because he's a Steelers fan that the Browns are going to get better. But I can definitely see it because I mean there's a lot of young pieces, so I just hope for the best with the Browns. So that would definitely be a low point in my life. Whenever the Browns have stunk, because I mean Cleveland is a football town. I mean any city in the Midwest, I would think, other than like St. Louis or Cincinnati. That's off the top of my head that I can think of. Anything other than that's probably a football town in the Midwest. So yeah. Also about '07. I keep coming back to that year '07, but that was the year the Browns were. I think they were like a touchdown away from the playoffs, and yeah, I say a touchdown away because they ended with a 10-6 record that year, and it was the final game. It came down for us or Tennessee to clinch a wild card spot, and I think the Titans they like scored another touchdown and that kind of bumped them into the playoffs instead of us. So, what can you do? But that was another high point. But so yeah, I just thought this would be a pretty cool video to make for you guys to hear like my side of it, and yeah, I mean that's about it. And yeah, see you later. Bye.